Warmed you up. Hopefully ours will be better.
There you go. You ready?
Well, oh, take the top off?
Cap off.
All right.
It's a little dark.
Okay.
Maybe you turn the contrast up.
Alright.
I don't know how.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, what up? This is Snuff with Those Who Lie Beneath. Chilling here in Loganville at the Movement venue in front of this church. Kind of an awkward place to have a show, but
Absolutely.
yeah, it's good turnout so far.
Yeah.
Alright, how's the tour going so far for you guys?
It's been great. There's been some questionable dates. Am I supposed to look at you?
Whatever you want to do.
I'm going to dart back and forth awkwardly and make people watching this uncomfortable. It's been hit or miss. It's like any show, like any death metal tour. You know what I mean? What? Oh my God! Hit it real quick. You just made our interview better than yours, by the way. You just fucked yourself. Anyway, yeah, there's been some killer fucking shows that were a blast, and then there was, we played a park. And when I say park, people usually think we can say fucking stuff. I don't know. These Christian venues are mind fucking shit. I don't know what I'm allowed to do. When I say park, people think, oh, like a field with like a stage. Maybe they do like weddings and shit. I'm talking about jungle gym, swing sets, fucking lollipops and overalls fucking park. It was incredible. I actually had a blast.
Yeah, it was a good turnout or no?
It was like 15 kids. But
15 kids out in the park?
In Harlan, Kentucky. Yeah. A playground in Harlan, Kentucky.
Sick.
Which is my favorite venue I've ever played.
So you guys are hitting that up next tour, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's
absolutely
a
staple.
Actually, it was the second show they've ever done and the last show they've ever done. Because they're not allowed to have shows anymore. I love it. But we love the dudes. The bands are amazing. It's been a blast.
Awesome. What are your plans after this tour? You got any others coming up? And
there's nothing solidified yet. I know we're gonna. Well, I guess Lambgoat announced that.
Yeah.
We're doing a 10-day run with Through the Eyes of the Dead and In Full Darkness on their routing dates home from Thrash and Burn.
I gotcha. Where's that going to be?
It starts in Texas.
Ends in Tennessee.
That's cool. How was your recent stint in Europe? How'd that tour go for you?
The recent stint in Europe didn't happen.
Didn't happen?
So check this out. Okay, so we're in Portland, Oregon, for those of you at home who don't know. And for those who don't know where that is, it's above California, below Washington. You wouldn't believe the people who don't fucking know that. How many times I've had to explain that? I'm serious. Serious.
Wow.
Where's Oregon? Well, do you know where California is? Like that OC show? Yeah, it's right above that. So
there's a state above that?
It's yeah. That's not the end of the sidewalk, apparently. So it's exponentially cheaper to fly out from the East Coast to Europe than it is the West Coast.
Right.
So we drove straight shot, no routing dates, from Portland, Oregon to New Jersey. 52 hours. No, 52 miles. No, wait, 52 hours. We did another interview and he said 52 miles and I was like, dude, 52 hours. We're just fucking it up. Anyway, I blew it. 3,000 miles straight there. We get there, and within the 8-hour window of us arriving to Jersey to flying out to Europe, that volcano in Iceland erupted. Did you hear about that?
Yes.
Yeah. Grounded our flights. We sat in a hotel in Jersey for 5 days, just hemorrhaging money we didn't have, and only for management to call us be like, it's not going to happen, cut your losses at home. So 6,000 miles of driving later, missing out on a fest that we were supposed to play with Carcass, Bolt Thrower, Napalm Death, 6 Feet Under. Yeah, that was it was going to be amazing.
Yeah, fucking awesome.
And we were touring with Rotten Sound and Aborted, and it was going to be our first venture into the actual like death metal scene, which is what we're trying to do.
Right.
And what we're trying to introduce ourselves to, because we're a younger band, and if you don't have a gray beard and hair down your ass, it's hard for them to give a shit about you.
Except in the regular death metal scene.
Yeah,
right?
so we're trying, and that's where our heart is. That's what we love doing, and that's what we listen to, and that's definitely where we're going with our direction. And we lost out on the opportunity. It was a bummer.
When do you guys think you're going to start maybe writing a new album or heading back in the studio again, something like that, Don?
I would say, it'll just kind of happen when it happens.
We definitely don't want to force it, but, we've been working on material. We're always working on material. Yeah. I mean, even before we recorded this album, we were working on material for next year. We're always we're really methodical, at least I am with my writing, and it's not something I don't know how bands...
Picky is a better
Yeah, I'm really picky, and I'm really anal, and I'll spend days
just want this shit to
on
be
one
good.
part. I want it to be
Yeah.
good. You know what I mean?
Nothing
It's
wrong
like
with that.
it sucks that now particularly heavy music, kids are having shorter and shorter attention span.
Right.
That whereas 7 years ago, bands were releasing a record every 3 years, bands were releasing a record every year, every 8 months, and it's getting absurd.
Right.
And I think due to that, due to labels pushing them, we need another record, this shit's moving so fast, we need another record, that the music is becoming more diluted and homogenized, and that just, frankly, not as good.
Right, because you don't have enough time to develop it.
Exactly. And it's like, this isn't, we're not playing Green Day songs, you know what I mean? It takes time to develop this shit. And but I think after this tour, we're definitely going to crack down a little more, because that Through the Eyes of Death thing doesn't happen until early August.
Okay.
So I'm pretty much going to lock myself in my room and start hammering away. But whenever it's ready.
Cool.
Whenever it's ready.
What were some of your big influences on your last album?
Close to... We talked about it earlier before we turned the camera on.
Right.
That, some of those songs were written when we were 18 years old.
Right.
And some of those songs were written a year ago. You know what I mean? So it was like, there are songs like Awaken and Through His Eyes on the record that are the most recent, and you can take cues from that as to where we're going. They're darker, they're not as chuggy,
Right.
they're a little more just death metal.
Right,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? And then you have songs like, Building and Breaking Bridges and A Great Farmland Romance and stuff like that. Those songs on the record that were written 4 years ago that are way more like chug heavy and stuff. So it's hard to say influences.
That's a good point. Especially, 4 years.
It spans, that record literally spanned like 4 years of material, three years of material, so it's hard to say. But like the later material right now, I mean, like, for the songs like Awakening Through His Eyes, I'm a huge black metal nerd, so stuff like Marduk and 1349 and Watain and stuff like that.
Playing heavier influences on the new stuff.
And then the death metal stuff is like, I'm a huge fan of like Hate Eternal and Origin and Behemoth and stuff like that. So you could hear a lot of that stuff on Awaken, Suffocation and stuff.
Right. Awesome.
Good expect more of that from us.
Fantastic. Well, dudes, thanks for spending some time with me.
Absolutely, thank you.
This is Snuff, peacing out, and check out Those Who Lie Beneath.
Thank you.